Yes, man. All right, I'm locking in, bro. I'm locking in.
I took Vindicta off the ban.
Boys, girls.
I took Vindicta off the ban, and then now Vindicta's in this game, bro.
Okay, yes sir, yes sir.
Reach your full potential.
Oh, do you need me to swap? Oh, fuck.
It's alright, it's alright.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, fried pickles are
Give me
fire
5.
too.
5, 4, 3. 1, 2,
I'm locking in, chat. We gotta win this game.
1, 2, 3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 3. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5. Alright, do 5.
I don't like pickles. I like pickles on their own, but I hate pickles like on something. I don't know why. I can never get pickles on a burger. I just can't do it, bro.
I hate pickles. I don't like them. I don't like the taste of pickles, man.
They aren't my favorite either, though. Yeah. But like regular, just pickles on their own though, by themselves, I'm fine with.
Nah.
Like if I have one, I'm just like, okay, yeah.
Plus
pickles,
one.
fuck it.
No pickles for me.
Yo, I fucking first of all.
What is this guy odd about?
They will debate me.
Teacher the teacher, I'm
Take
teaching
camp.
assassin.
You wanna try to shield their camp?
You can't stop.
One knife, one knife.
Run while you can.
I'm going for the tier 1.
Hey, Magic Carp, did you get
He's really low.
in the minion?
Throwing glue.
What the fuck? Oh, this nigga's throwing me off my game! Oh my god!
What the hell was
I'm just
that,
getting,
bro?
like W pressed on by a
Bitches, what
krill,
is he?
and this nigga's spamming air horns, bro. Oh my god!
That's funny. Air horns out of nowhere.
I got him.
I just stole all that far, Magic Carp.
Grown man eating glizzies, SMH. Yo, there's nothing wrong with eating a little glizzy, bro. Wait. I want to love you.
The thing about it is, it doesn't even matter if I kill the apostle first, because fat fuck just summons him back.
Yeah, I'm taking.
Yeah, that's why you should focus on killing the one that you know how to kill, because they'll just keep respawning until the HP bar goes away.
Celeste on yellow.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought
Now
that was
you know.
just like the noble thing.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that hits me no matter
Why
what.
is there 3
Oh,
people here?
I'm rotating.
Celeste is on your
Prepare
low.
for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rotate now.
Rotate harder, daddy!
I'm sorry. I'm only dead.
Yo, what happened?
You got bunny or
I
not?
took their tier 1. They both ran for it.
Got him. That's disrespectful right there, man.
Let me get this off my lap.
Good shit.
Good job, Magic Carp. Good job, Calico.
No problem, gig.
No, I know it doesn't respect LOS
get
or
it?
height. It's W, bro.
No, did you do the boxes on the roofs on the left
I
side?
feel like I have a new friend.
I didn't touch shit.
Oh. Okay, I was just seeing it like your macro with the
Roll.
boxes.
Well, Vindicta has 2 kills. That's not good. Bridge buffs.
Get him.
Probably the worst person to have kills in lane.
Come. Doing some boxes. Trying to customs it up.
Laning against
Nah,
Vindicta,
it's
bro.
cool. I'm trying to rank
Magic
up.
Carp.
I How is the customs going, though, Shakoi? I'm not really trying to participate though. Pretty young thing.
Baby, you are a dear.
That's the last on green.
What
Oh,
the?
you have your ult too? Hell yeah.
Not exactly the best ults I can get here, though.
They come.
Good work, good work.
Appreciate the help.
What the fuck is this troop doing?
Are we trying to die? No, you guys are so far back. I'm leaving.
No, I was getting there. I was getting in the way. My fault.
Y'all can y'all still hear the deadlock? The fucking Dark Souls music? I'm coming back, Blue. What's up, Peace?
The dark.
Okay, they both backed up like crazy when I did that.
Bonk.
Rotating forward, Mirage.
Mirage is
back by zip line.
quartered. But I
Oh, he's
can't
under
go
tower
in
now.
there.
By shop.
Adieu.
One hit. Celeste here.
Watch out, unicorn bitch is on me, but she's already almost dead too.
I may want to get back to the group.
Anyone got secret Venator sauce? There's probably somebody in here who does.
Oh, my magic card!
Now that was quite lovely, wasn't it?
I'm glad she's rotating really late. Are you the Abrams guy?
Oh
Holy
my god, every
shit.
time, bro.
Who's the Abrams?
As Beef
I might be
Universe.
dead. Oh my god, I dodged it.
I think I just need to not be in lane. I think I have so much
Oh my god.
pressure early. I could just continuously rotate.
Bro, can this bitch fuck off?
Oh damn, it's like that.
Mind to prowl.
Oh, grab the sinners, baby. I got.
Okay.
Celeste is coming green.
Yeah, I know. You gotta help him out. I
Magician,
can't be
you're talking
here.
way too much, bro. You need to calm down with that.
Warden.
Okay.
Celeste is green.
I'm coming. Don't die, don't die. Hello, I'm done.
Hey, Nursey. How we doing, bro?
I have alt magic card.
Okay.
Okay. Woo.
Fuck ass
Hey,
killer,
Orange,
bro.
you're in a motherfucking tunnel. Oh my god, I never thought I saw today. Yeah, I've been doing tunnels a lot more recently. Nice, you got a tower too.
Yes, you should.
Magic card.
See the tunnels give you speed to roam too.
Rotate
Perfect.
the move.
I've been doing it more just for the extra little
Buzzy, you're good, bro.
shits. But alright.
Yo, what is this? What? Why? Like, why?
Job.
Oh wait, we just pushed blue, so that's a gun.
Wait, Bob.
You trying to punch me?
Bro, what the fuck was that? Okay.
Everyone is missing a yellow.
Why stop at metaphorical blow?
Dude, my fucking my back is actually like murdering me right now.
You're back?
Yes.
Damn.
Oh, there's Ern.
Enjoy. Swine.
LOL.
Let's go for a little stroll.
See you later, hotel breakfast. That was a good one.
The spirit
Yo, Maya with the 3 consecutive stream. What? Holy shit.
Camilo.
You've been here 3 times in a row. W Maya, bro. Just for anybody that's wondering, Maya is a beautiful Deadlock streamer with amazing hair. It's really good hair.
Oh, he blocked me.
Well, don't stop getting blocked, bro.
Rely on it.
W Maya, man. Celeste had to be so mad. Yeah, she stopped because she heard me with my cat form, and then she went for the buff, and then went back to it, and then I deleted her bitch ass.
Dude, this disarm shit.
OMG, thank you. No
Getting
problem,
on my
Maya.
nerves, bro.
You know you got good hair. Stop playing. Windy day, Unk. Wait, swished. Swished. I swished cheese
It's on their
trap.
side already. Holy.
Get the healing.
been dropped.
I'm not gonna lie, this Celeste is dog shit. Like, what are we doing?
Oh,
Okay, just put it right in the middle. Jolene. I'm here on yellow.
I'm only still in this lane with this warden because I don't want this Vindicta getting fed, bro.
Survive. Another one's down.
What are we doing? Get out of this lane, dude.
come here, bitch. Shit, I want to give you something. Ah, it disappeared. You go,
What's
buddy.
up, Ashery? You killing this Celeste hurt
crazy.
my soul, man. You winning lot today. I'm not gonna lie, I've been losing quite a bit today, actually. But this game's looking good. Good game on our hand. Look at this. Come on, Peace. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Wait, the other side of the map looking nice and tasty. Jolene.
Where did bro Drifter?
I'm just holding this so they don't get it, by the way. I'm not running that.
I'm coming green.
Drifter green.
Oh, where the hell am I?
Ava.
Celeste,
So that's his
Green.
whole party there, bro.
I have a good amount of money.
Oh, I didn't know you grabbed. Oh no, he still died. Okay, nice.
They really are rather pathetic, aren't they?
If you kill her bitch ass on the left, no.
You can't outrun
If I had cat, dude, if I had cat, bro, I would cat the shit out of her.
Okay, hold up. I gotta back
I got
up.
slowing hits from Raj.
This Vindicta's gonna snipe me if I stay.
Alright,
Well,
go
so
ahead
yes.
and skedaddle then.
Can't, oh, he's grabbing the urn.
See Mirage.
Damn.
You know what that means? We push Walker.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm just gonna buy this, bro. The tempo. I need it. I need something.
Do not back down, soldier.
I can. Say my thing. I have healing booster.
Yeah, they just kind of get that urn.
But we get a walker, baby.
Time to move.
Do we?
Nah.
Meet your end.
We still do
How
like
about
no
all?
damage.
Got half. Got it half.
What are you thinking? I gotta try your build. It looks fun as fuck, I can't lie. It's a pretty good build. Everybody that plays it goes well. At least most of them. Some people have a hard time with it.
I've been told, soldier, I need you warded.
It's
who you
over.
learning
GG.
next?
Oh, you're dead.
Come on back.
BRB grab and grub. W grub. You do grub.
Okay, we need this tower. I have ult for Vindicta, but she's gonna definitely come like go behind something when I ult. Alright, I'm
There's
marked.
3 yellow.
Darling, you don't have a chance.
Dude, what? I'm getting like the fucking lag thing now. Why'd you infect
It's
me?
no good. Yeah.
Oh my god, I need help.
Okay, I'm running. I'm
What
gonna
the
be slow
fuck
as shit,
is
but I'm on my way.
I
happening?
know what I'm told, but I'm a soldier. I'm staying my post.
They back up.
Move, man.
Or she
They
just
just
bought
like- yeah,
rapid
they did.
recharge.
Wow.
Hold it down.
Because I have health boosters.
Oh my
Gotta
God,
jump
we have
this
3 on
raid
green.
soon. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta pressure green so we can take the walker.
-4. Holy shit. Going blue.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on.
There's 2 people yellow. I'm pushing blue.
Walker is under attack.
Vindictus running that urn.
Here. Let's push green.
I have quite the amount of money on me.
They shot me.
Let's go for a walk, Ava.
Alright,
We don't let
boys.
them get this run.
Do not let them. Do not let the enemy win.
She's jumping from the roof. She's jumping from the roof.
Let's take out Vindictor.
Alright, she's running to the walker.
I'm
2
baiting
people
it now.
blue.
I don't give a fuck.
Nah. I'm resetting.
Raze has 19k.
Okay. Yeah,
Game
that's
is
17k.
Care
lagging like a
Raze, she has
motherfucker.
19k.
Why is there a 20k wraith at 15 minutes?
Yeah, I'm wondering the same thing.
She's got an egg too. Holy,
Kuro.
Fuck, dude, we're fucked in the ass, guys. How much
holy shit.
Dude, I don't want to get fucked.
Just start farming better, Warden.
I don't
Wait, are
know,
you
man.
back? Are you?
Oh.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, man.
Right.
They're collapsing on shows.
They nerfed the guys.
The Raze has got that wall. Be careful.
I'm gonna die for this.
Ready to have some
Wraith is solo.
Had a huge bag on me.
I'm grabbed in
But
blue.
the orange more important. You're just probably dead. Holy shit! Rip all of my money.
Man down, man down!
But it's all good because we get the urn.
And I
the
killed
walker.
that Raze.
He'll never catch me.
Let me not be here. 'Cause
We also got the
Vindictus is
walker too. That's good. Whole bunch of good shit happening on the map.
I'm gonna go green now. Actually, no. I'm
Yo, he
staying
just disconnected.
up.
Yo, can somebody
Anyway,
in
pause?
front of the
I hate
enemy.
this.
Yeah, we
Can
pause it.
someone pause
We,
again?
we
because
paused.
we
Are
have
you
one,
good?
I don't know,
yeah,
man.
let me just.
Holy shit!
Krill has magic carpet.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, he actually rushed magic carpet.
Bro, he's the magic carpet.
I think he has magic carpet, bro.
Alright, it should be good now. Thank you.
Alright, we're good.
Appreciate it.
Bro, I think McGay's went for a piss.
Yo, I'm about sick and fucking tired of these boss fights where there's more than one person, bro. I'm actually so fucking tired of that shit. Like, that
Yeah.
shit is just not fun at
That's
all.
how they
I'm
make
sorry,
it
how
harder.
come when other people DC they walk backwards, but mine sent me straight into
What
the
the
enemy?
fuck? Why no one paused?
That's a
Yeah,
good
We
point.
just unpaused.
It's weird sometimes.
Throwing glue.
I could have saved him.
No, I mean I was there. Just it AFK walked me forward for some reason into them.
I don't know why I'm doing this.
Krill's coming to you guys.
You're gonna go play what?
League of Legends for a little bit.
Alright.
See y'all later.
See ya.
I see Krill.
He's fast as shit.
Catch me if you can.
Alright, who's been feeding?
It's time for you again or no?
What's
Give
going
him
on, bro?
with the 4 stocks. Yo, how do we still not have this guardian? What?
Okay, we're
That
You
lane
guys
has
get
been
the fuck
third
out of
partied by
my
4
game.
different people.
But like,
Okay, I'll go mid.
since Nova died, there's been nobody. Oh, now there's another person.
I see the enemy.
Favor you are.
I see Krill.
Some people.
Man, should I just rush lightning scroll to fuck up Mo and Krill's ult?
You do you, boo.
Oh,
Good rotation from them.
Not good.
Damn, if you were able to ult there, I was
Okay,
gonna
yes, well,
like
yes, push. I want-
be on my way. If you were able to stall your life.
Too bad they rotated too fast, and I got ulted. So I would have lived there longer, but I got to do it on Elden Ring. Use your ears. Listen, Durad. Sometimes people just need to take a break from the game, and that's exactly what he needs. Cause he went to go fight that where you get the Dextus or the thing to go to Melania's place. You know that boss with the lightning leg. Commander Gale.
Yeah,
O'Neill or something.
She should have died, but they turned immediately.
Yeah, but what's the point, bro? Oh my god, I just got.
I just didn't think they'd be that quick.
Oh.
I was so overloaded for Gale.
What is?
Yeah,
oh, it's over.
Yeah, they just magically appeared.
Bro.
They've destroyed our Yellow Walker.
Like,
I'm coming,
actually
Shiv. I'm
fast.
coming, Shiv.
They're fast as shit right now.
3 people
bro.
green. Somebody rotate the green, please. Rotate green.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
I'll go mid.
Go in. Fight.
I'll go mid. Don't worry.
She missed.
The streets are mine.
You're losing blue.
Fuck, I got stuck, bro.
The spirit urn is.
They didn't even have minions on there.
Hey,
That's
shit.
fucking bullshit.
I'm grabbed.
Grab the urn.
No way, dude. Nice.
I see Vindicta.
I have the urn.
Wait, why are we never together?
Grab the urn.
There's 4 of them, 5 of them fighting together, and then we're not, and then they're just gonna keep killing us.
I have the
Or
urn.
You just don't go in by yourself. Like,
No, I didn't. I went in with 2 or 3 people, and then we split up.
no, they all left.
I have the urn.
Fuck, dude. Wraith is right here.
Headed to
You got
York.
fucking yellow. Oh, you got yellow. No.
Here, just hold their urn. Just hold their urn. Don't chase it yet.
Oh no, we're not gonna go. Okay.
We just need to wait for lane to get fixed, and then we can maybe look.
All right. Man, be the 3rd game in a row where like we go for the urn and it's just
Headed to blue.
terrible ideas. There's 2 people blue right now.
Broadway is under attack.
Need help.
Headed to Broadway.
You wanna get the urn?
Try to run it up.
We check it out.
It's like I'm on my way to this, and they're just.
Right there,
Bro, our
shit.
entire team, why do they just take our blue walker?
Hey,
man?
that was W, bro. W.
I got the urn. No worry. I got the
Yeah, the
urn.
fact that you got it, even with these dudes,
Hi,
like.
my name's
They
Shit.
just
I'm
punch
gonna
me,
be
bro.
in yellow, even though I heard Wraith. And you know what? I'm gonna put 1 and 1 together, especially when McGinnis is saying like, before they even started pushing it.
Bro,
Let's
the
go
thing that's
green.
like
Jump to
getting on my
tactics,
nerves
we're
is
done.
they're like expecting everybody to be in 2 places
68 out
at
of
once.
112 I may die. What are you talking about? Oh, they just use the giant crusher and lion's claw. Nah, you guys are cheaters. Wraith fed? Yeah, Wraith is kind of fed, and our carry is dog shit. Ooh. Kill his bitch ass. I could have got an item. No, Wraith is over there. Yeah, you damn right, Emma.
I need to buy, and then I'm going down.
Thanks for your help, Ava.
Now I'm going mid-boss now.
Us.
I'm going mid 2.
Quick!
35k Wraith, like hello.
The rejuvenator is descending.
Oh fuck.
We're losing green.
If I'm going out on my own, I need to keep my wits about me.
Only 2 rejuves.
She's under attack.
The old New York tuxedo.
The life of a go. Only 1
Bro,
rejuve.
we cannot fight Wraith. What the fuck? Why are we all dead, bro?
We're all alive, actually. We just don't have any rejuves, except for 1.
Nice Wraith that's 36k with 2 kills, man.
Need disarm for Wraith.
I'm grabbed. Dude, I just can't do anything. And now Mirage is looking at me. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Green.
I might die to 2 marks. Hold up. Let's see. Or can I act right now?
See if they're prepared for this.
Oh, let's go.
Good kill.
Who saw that? Who saw
I
that?
kind of saw it.
I can clean up base. You can go ship. Go to the fight.
Wraith is right on here. Do you want to kill this Wraith, all of us?
Let's go, let's go.
Let's go. Come on, I need this walker.
Dude, I caged her.
Did you slow in Xer?
No, cage silences.
Oh.
Yo, green boys? Or blue?
Oh, you caged her afterwards. I'm
Not gonna lie, us being split right now is pretty bad.
I need to leave. I don't have any stuff, any turrets, nothing.
Back up, back up.
Krill is really low.
I see Krill.
I'm
Earn?
dead, whatever.
Krill.
Let's go for a little stroll.
Oh, that
That's
sucks.
the last redo.
The rejuvenator has
Are we gonna help him? No. Okay.
I don't think we can. That's a 40k Wraith.
I just got a Wraith on him.
And we're all split again.
waiting to be claimed.
Alright, but we know they're gonna push the green. So we know where to go next.
Yeah, they're all coming green. Or, well, they're getting earned. Never mind.
Stay strong, buddy.
If we leave this, though, Wraith might just split push it.
I'll stay green. I can literally fuck this bitch up now, like completely. I don't give a fuck. She's 10k far. My turrets are.
Yo, Shiv, you probably
Oh,
don't
he
want to be
stopped it
pushed
that
up
way.
like that. No cap. Nobody's close.
If Interpol hasn't called me, what chance do they have?
Ooh, good songs. Good songs. They're still pushing the urn, by the way.
It's okay, Calico, you got that. Oh shit.
Celeste is here.
Leaping.
She got deleted. What the heck?
Teleport on me if you're smart.
I'm coming, Calico.
Teleport at the dog.
Oh, you might be.
I might be him.
Yeah, yeah, we both.
Let's go for
They got the urn.
your part well.
On me, I got the urn. On me, on me, on me, on me.
Try to cover.
I'm coming.
I killed Mirage.
They picked it back up.
Group up, boys.
He's on me. He
Wraith is
can't hit the vent. He can't hit the vent.
Wait, she is?
No. You're lower than
Guys,
me.
the
You're
raid
lower
sucks and doesn't
Oh,
play
than
with
me.
the
You already
team.
got it.
That's because she was here with me the whole time. I was doing a
Nice.
turret dance with her.
Nice.
Nice.
We're back, we're back.
This music is giving me energy, boys.
Keep the cat off the counter.
Yep. 10K LOL, you got them points. We got mad points in here, don't we? Victory on first Doorman game in forever. W,
Yeah,
man.
Boundless Spirit? Or do I get Echo Shard?
4. Echo shot for what? Am I muted? I must be muted, Aiden. Am I muted?
Probably.
Oh, what
I
are you
think I
putting Echo
remember.
Shard on?
On my wall so I can get another 2 turrets right
Oh,
away.
wait, I don't know why I thought that
Get
was Nova that
spam
was
4
talking.
turrets right off the rip.
The only thing I could think of for that would it'd be good mid boss contest, but I'm unsure if it'd be like you have escalating.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then just get Echo Shard. Just get Echo Shard then.
Or do I get Refresher so I can have 2 ults?
That could be compy too. You can get more
Or
turrets
hear
with
me
that
out,
too.
I can get
And another wall.
Indomitable, and then I can just be invincible.
They're hard rotating right side. Hard rotating right side.
I'm getting Indomitable.
Maybe you are.
Forgot about that.
There's like 3 walk into their doubles.
No, I'm never gonna get an ult.
We just need shut down for Wraithman.
I didn't.
I'm not gonna lie, I have a lot of fucking money.
They're coming. Come to the walker.
I'm blinded.
Can nick the damage. Goddamn.
It's gonna help keep your blood on the inside.
Let's go for a walk, Ava.
Well, Krill doesn't have magic carpet right now, I guess.
Okay, we're good. W Sogs. They're doing their doubles right now. A lot of them right
Never mind, he
here.
has magic carpet.
Which,
Well,
bro, they're all there. Watch out, boys. Back up. Fight on Walker. Fight on Walker.
The streets are
Reach still has their ultimate somehow too.
Don't go in, don't go in. Yeah, we should fight under Walker. If they push it, that is.
Holy old dude.
I see 130.
Good stuff, bro.
Thanks, dude.
Wait.
Go my team.
Amazing.
I fixed
wall,
base.
bro.
Hit the pause. Hit the pause.
8 seconds. Everybody go mid boss. I fix base. You guys go mid boss.
Lol. Wait.
Dude, you know how many I got? Oh my god, I blocked the fucking stun, bro. I'm so happy.
Holy team fight.
Everybody go mid boss.
Can I
The
go
waves? Yeah,
Bro, it
okay.
was like kind of even. Why did you just run through them?
green? Why? Because my ult.
Yo, I'm all alone on mid boss.
That wall was crazy. Vindictive just kept holding back into the fucking wall.
And then my lightning scroll just fucking stunned all three of them
Yeah,
right
dude.
there too.
Yeah, that was insane, bro.
I mean, I've seen better, but that was okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was alright.
The rejuvenator is descending.
Very good. Also, for everybody that's doing song requests right now, if you've never done it before, you can only queue 3 songs at a time. Just keep that in mind, so you don't get scammed. I don't know how to turn off the scam.
Grabbing this so they
Guys to Eternus. Oh, by the way, please stand in my scepter if you're getting fucked. I do have healing tempo as well, so I'll be healing you guys naturally.
You and me.
Yeah, shove.
I see the enemy.
I believe you. Here we are. Run from the sun like Dracula. Run from the sun.
We're doing it, right?
like Dracula.
Help me to
Yo, just
We're good with
Just
the.
run it, boys.
Yeah, we have rejuve. Get a nice little McGinnis ult, Warden ult, motherfucking Bunny, motherfucking Mina ult, motherfucking
I'll get into position.
Krill's using magic carpet.
Let's take out Krill.
Yeah, I'm in there.
Okay,
I'm in there,
McGinnis,
Doc.
you did that.
Yeah, I ulted.
kinda
I
early.
ulted. I'm in there.
I'm blinded. Holy shit. I can't even see what's happening around you, McGinnis, because I'm blinded. I just heard somebody die.
Yeah, there's a bitch right here too. She's the unicorn bitch. She's right
There's
here.
a bitch.
Oh, she's gone.
Oh, she left?
Yeah.
What's the game plan?
Oh, thanks for your help.
Run it down.
All right.
I couldn't
Whatever
even
you
help
say.
McGinnis if I wanted to. I just couldn't see.
Well, he actually wants me to run it down.
Look at the flying carpet raid.
I see the enemy.
Bro, why are they such
That was the
pussies?
unicorn bitch?
Rude. What's your build for Calico?
so
The big
scared.
melee Calico. It's top daily.
Stay in my scepter.
Your king needs you. Don't you continue?
No, the Spectral Barrage.
Mob.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Me and the Vindicta traded, bro.
Dude, I'm just vibing, standing still.
Oh, you guys are crazy, bro. I thought it was over.
Nah, dude.
That's all our Sinclair, by the way.
Nah,
He
I'm
carried.
scared.
I love you, Magikarp.
Bitches.
Love you,
Nice,
turd man.
Wraith. W. What's up, Prism? Hello, Mr. Chud Big A. How's the deadlock going? Pretty good.
The
Fed rate
fucking
does not
horns,
matter.
bro.
Facts. W. Chud, I'm the Chudiest.
Let me
Okay,
get
no
his
more
carried
requests. Just
vibes.
use a week worth of channel points. I'm at 55k. Holy peace. MVP, I did it! Nova, I did it! I did it!
I'm proud. I'm so proud.
Thanks, Dad.